Raima and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So today's video is in continuation with my podcast series that is RaimaTalks, and today we are going to talk about the urban planning department of SPA Delhi, and I have a very special guest with me. So without the further delay, let's get started. So today we have my very own batchmate from Urban Planning Department of SPA Delhi. So welcome Drishti. Thank you so much for sparing some of your busy thesis time, and I heartily welcome you to my channel.
Hi,
Welcome.
Raima. It's my pleasure to be on your channel. We all have heard so much about this channel.
Oh, thank you. So Drishti was my classmate from integrated semester, and I have learned a lot from her, and I know she had a very great academic journey. I know
She's
you
exaggerating.
had. So tell me about something about your academic journey and why have you landed in SPA Delhi for urban planning?
So if I have to give you an overview of my academic journey and generally how I landed up here. So, to be very honest, I always wanted to study in Germany and not from India
Yeah.
because of various factors that here the curriculum is very much structured. It's not
Yeah.
very flexible, but outside you get a lot of freedom that whatever you can, like whatever you wish to do, you can do, be it in any course. But nevertheless, uh, due to certain situations, I couldn't go outside. So obviously, if you want to study in India, you have two options, two good colleges to study at,
Yeah.
which is basically SPA Delhi and SEP. IITs are good, but I feel they're very much technical. And for a person like me who is more into qualitative research and wants to try her hands in, different sectors, so I had these two options, and obviously you go for a lesser expensive option, which is SPA Delhi. So I had applied to both the colleges, and then I chose SPA Delhi. And why I chose urban planning is, like I've answered before, that uh, I am somebody, so I am an architect, but I've always practiced urban design and planning.
Yeah.
And after working for 4 5 years, I realized that it's best to gain experience in a field which doesn't restrict you. Because ultimately, when you will go in your professional journey, it is not necessary that you will get a job in the sector where you've practiced or what you've studied.
Yeah.
So it's best to study something which is very broad, very generic, and then maybe you can, develop your expertise into whichever sector you're more inclined to. For example, I love doing transport, so I keep reading about it, adding the transport part of the entire planning sector somewhere or the other in my work. So yeah, I think.
So, give me an overview of the department, of the urban planning department, and how it is different from the other departments of SPA Delhi.
So urban planning department, I think, is the biggest department in SPA
Yeah.
in terms of the strength.
Yeah.
We have 35 students in our batch,
Yeah.
and we also have the most number of faculties,
Yeah.
permanent faculties in the department. I think other departments mostly have visiting or I don't know, on contract basis. But
Yeah.
our department has 6 to 7 permanent faculties. It's one of the oldest department in SPA,
Yeah.
and it has a very, very, very rich history in terms of, like, there's so many good teachers who've taught in this department. So
Yeah.
this department comes with a lot of experience in academics.
Yeah.
So they know how to teach their students. They will not tell you on your face, but they understand each and every student's strength and weakness, and they try to push that person in that direction. So in that way, if you see in masters, urban planning is a very rich and very diverse department.
Yeah, so you have already answered my next question. I wanted to ask that how the urban planning department helps you to tackle the real life urban planning issues.
I think the best part of urban planning, or generally of a master's course, is that in every semester we visit one city.
Yeah.
And in that city, uh, unlike other colleges, we are literally just left freely, and we have to do each and everything on our own. Literally, talk to the bureaucrats, collect data in every sector, contact different people to gather data. Faculty is just there to support you. They will not spoon feed you ki, okay,
Yeah.
go here, go there, or maybe use their own contacts to get you data.
Yeah.
For those 15-20 days, you literally have to struggle on site and fetch data. So I think that is a very important part of academics, which basically helps you in your professional life,
Yeah.
because this is the same hustle you will have to do when you go out of when you basically leave college
Yeah.
and start working in an office.
So you said that urban planning is one of the oldest department of SPA. For a fact, I know that urban and regional planning used to be together, as in other colleges of India. As a regional planning, I know that we lack knowledge of urban planning. We lack the knowledge of the detailing of a city or a region. So, do you think urban planners also lack the knowledge of doing things on a bigger scale, in regional scale?
So I have this theory and sort of a belief also. I feel that it is very important for a planner to work at a multiscaler
Yeah.
with a multiscaler approach. So starting with regional, urban design, architecture. So
Yeah.
all these steps are very important to be incorporated in any plan. Now, like you're saying that earlier the two departments were together and now they've been broken into two.
Yeah.
I feel the way they have structured our course, they do give us some knowledge of how regional planning works, because when we are preparing the master plans, development plans, and other plans also, we always first try to understand the regional context of a
Regional
city,
context.
and
Yes.
then we enter the city. Whereas you guys, I guess, study the regional part of the area more extensively in terms of villages, blocks, etc., etc. So I do feel that yes, it is very important to first understand the regional,
Mm.
because right now what our cities are experiencing is urban sprawl. And
Yes.
I think when we start preparing master plans, we are only focusing on our cities or the planning boundary.
Yeah.
And we somehow forget that maybe some tier two, tier three cities are growing in some part of the region, which will basically impact our cities. And as urban planners, we do take that into consideration, but not as much as we should.
Yeah.
So, yes, there is missing link between regional and urban planning, which should be there. But obviously, I'm a student, so I don't know how we can basically structure the course in a way that you get knowledge of both the things. I do feel what you feel, Raima.
So, okay, yeah. So tell me about the scope of career opportunities available for the graduates of urban planning department of SPA.
So I'll be very honest with you. Uh, when I joined SPA, I was told that you have the maximum placements from urban planning department. But since I have worked before joining masters, I feel no college can actually get you a placement until and unless the students themselves work really hard for it.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a very nice example. When we study abroad, there we don't have placements, correct?
Yeah.
Since day one, the the moment the student enters the university, the first aim is to fetch a job,
Mm.
and they're literally hunting for a job since day one, as
Yeah.
an RA or as an internship or as anything. But here, students are, I mean, I think it's not just because of masters. Generally, from the bachelors, we have a mindset that once the college will get over, we'll start looking for a job. Here in masters, it was like that the placement team or the placement cell
Will do
will
nothing.
be basically hunting for jobs and getting placements for us.
Mm.
Yes, I do agree that college plays a very big role in getting the companies in. But as students also, we do have a role where from the very initial stage, we at least start looking, we start understanding the universe.
Yeah.
Here, we don't even know the companies where we can
Mm.
apply.
Hmm.
And so this is what is currently happening. So right now the market is really bad. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, all over the world, not just India, Delhi or whatever,
Hmm.
but it's really bad, and people are not getting any placements
Hmm.
or generally jobs. People, I mean, people who are working also are being fired.
Yeah.
But from the past batches, yes, 70 to 80% people were placed from the department itself.
Hmm.
So if we see the past trend, I feel yes, the placements were actually
Good.
good in our department. But this year it's a bit tricky because the market also, and also it also depends from batch to batch. I'll not go much into the detail.
Okay. Tell me about the other limitations in terms of infrastructure, facilities, and any other thing which you feel is lacking, still lacking in urban planning department of SPAD. Yeah.
Don't talk about infrastructure. It's very bad. I think SP needs to work on that.
So I
That's where
know.
we lag big time.
So I know as planners we need GIS labs and people really need to learn on spot. But yeah, the conditions are not that good, still not that good, and the research center is still not in function. As a regional planner also, I feel there's some lack of infrastructure. I can't get the GIS because as an architect I didn't know how to use GIS and how to do the cartography things, because in regional planning also we have to do the LULC of the regions and all. But I feel there was no such facilities where I could learn and implement the things on site.
Yeah, that is a very big gap here, no? It's like any other college where you have to literally download a pirated software and learn from your friends.
Yeah.
But, and not like we don't have labs. We do
Mm.
have a GIS lab,
Yeah.
but it's also functional,
Yeah.
but it is not very accessible to every student.
Yeah. It has a very limited
So,
amount of
yeah,
yeah.
SPA has all kinds of infrastructure, all kinds of facilities, but they are either not functional or very limited
Yeah.
to a certain group of students or faculties or generally the PhD scholars and RAs.
Mm.
So, in terms of SPA, I mean, if somebody is just looking at infrastructure as their priority to select a college, then you should not go for SPA.
Right. So, apart from having that much limitations, why do you think that one should choose urban planning department over any other department in SPA Delhi?
I feel urban planning, I mean, the answer has to be tailor made. I can't say that no, you have to choose urban planning.
Yeah.
If somebody, if somebody is more interested in transport, environment, regional housing, so yeah, that there's a reason why those departments are there.
Yeah.
But for a person who is not inclined to any specific sector, but generally wants to understand how a city functions, it's like a jack of all, master of none. So if you have that approach in life, then definitely urban planning. But if you're very much fixated to a stream, or you are very much sure what you want to do in life, then you should definitely go for some specialization. But nevertheless, because I have friends from all the departments, I do feel that if you're very much driven, if planning is your passion, it doesn't matter which department you are in. You will be able to explore all the fields.
Yeah.
And especially in
Integrated
urban
semester.
planning,
Yeah. Tell me.
yeah, in the integrated semester, you anyway learn everything.
Yeah.
Also in
Yeah.
urban planning, you get to experience to work on each and every sector. So
Hmm.
you have some kinds of knowledge, and then obviously in your thesis semester and the dissertation semester, you can explore different fields.
Yeah.
So like my thesis topic is an integration of climate and transport
Hmm.
and some other sectors like residential, commercial, industrial. So I'm working on a low emission zone for Ahmedabad. I was not even aware of how environmental planning or climate actually functions.
Hmm.
But the thesis has actually helped me to understand the sector as well.
Okay, so that was it for my interview. Thank you so much for being the guest of my podcast, Raima Talks. And yeah, I hope you get at a very good place in your life. And I wish you all the very best
Thank you,
for
Raima.
upcoming
All the
time.
best to you too.
Thank
And
you.
guys, please watch her video. start following her page.
Yeah,
It
please.
has a lot of resourceful and important stuff.
So that's it for this video. I hope you'll like it. Give it a big thumbs up. And if you still have any doubt, ask me in the comment section below. And I will see you on next Friday. So subscribe to my channel and see you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.